There's such a big mental part to our sport. You have to believe in your horse. Your horse needs to believe in you. If you don't believe that you're able to take those risks or able to clear those jumps, then there is no point going in.
This show, the Longines CHI Classics of Basel, is one of the most important shows on the European circuit. It's certainly the most important show in Switzerland, not least because it is the 10th of the 14 qualifiers of the Western European League, but also in the first weekend of April, it's going to host the 45th Longines FEI World Cup jumping final. We are at the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup qualifier in Basel. This is the 10th of the 14 legs of the Western European League. There is a reason that this weekend in Basel there are 6 of the world's top 10 riders from the Longines rankings. And that is because these athletes need these points to get to the final. And this Longines FEI Jumping World Cup series is the pinnacle of the winter season. Amongst the stellar lineup is 25-year-old Edouard Schmitz, the Longines equestrian poster boy.
For a Swiss rider to compete in front of a Swiss audience is always a privilege. We're very proud to be Swiss, very proud to wear our country's flag.
6,500 seats, every one of them gone, a packed out crowd.
We want to perform well in front of our crowds.
This Swiss rising star has had a brilliant start to the World Cup season.
The season started off very strong with a second place in Oslo. And then a series of 4 falters on Sunday afternoon. I've finished off the year with a 5th place in Mechelen. And now I'm standing on 29 points. And I'm looking to qualify to get the last 11 or so that they say that are generally needed. And hopefully we can get that last bit done for the final in Basel. I feel like the Grand Prix on Friday was a bit our last preparation for today. That Grand Prix gave a lot of clear rounds. So maybe today was a reaction to that. Today was a very tough course with some big jumps right out of the corners.
I walked the World Cup course, and after the 17 clears the Longines Grand Prix, Gerard Lechat had certainly made a bigger course and more technical for the World Cup.
We spent so much time with our horses that we know exactly what it's supposed to feel like when we jump the course, so just try to imagine those feelings, to visualize what is going to happen. Recently I had a camera shoved in my face right after I opened my eyes after visualizing, so I do that a lot, and you might have a few pictures of it.
Time allowed, 71 seconds, 13 obstacles, 17 jumping efforts. The first clear came quite early in the first round. It was the world number 11, Julien Epillard, with Donatella Dorsch. Skips down the combination. And that is clear, 67.87 seconds. Ben Maher followed up with another clear with a very consistent point break. 1 to go. What a brilliant round. There's a reason why the man has 3 Olympic gold medals. With the host nation really behind him was Edouard Schmitz riding Garmin. One of the young heroes of the sport of jumping for Switzerland.
I don't especially look at all the scores before I go in. I try to look at the first few riders to kind of redefine my plan if needed, but I really try to focus on myself. In the end, every horse is different, so you need to have your own plan and try to make the best of it.
And it's 25-year-old Edouard Schmitz, just outside the world's top 100 in the world rankings. We've had 9 competitors. I think the plank has come down 4 or 5 times, but let's hope for the crowds here it won't be this man.
The Oxer vertical combinations are always a difficult element of a course for me. So I know I need to help with everything I have, and that includes voice. Gets me 1 or 2 jokes sometimes from fellow riders, but I don't want to come out of the round and say I didn't do that. So after that, I thought it's going quite good. I had actually quite a good feeding. jumped into that triple. I think Gamma had a fault that he doesn't usually have.
Oh, he's got away with the rub at the first part, but not the second.
But after watching it once, I really have to say I don't know what I would have done differently going into that triple combination. That's also part of our sport. Sometimes we don't understand all the mistakes. It happens often that when I have a fault, then usually others follow. He's such a sensitive horse, and when he gets out of his concentration, it's difficult both for me and for him. Yeah. It's very disappointing. I've been part of that jump off before, and of course you want to relive those emotions, and it's disappointing not to be part of it. But it's also horse sport. We are not machines, our horses are not machines, and to have a day where you don't meet the expectations is sadly part of it.
Course designer Gerard Achat built a perfect course for the World Cup.
We've got 7 competitors representing 6 nations.
I think maybe for Julien, he was in a very good position. He knows he's naturally very fast without having to try so much. So that puts pressure on the rest.
Renowned for being one of the fastest riders in the world. He's first to go, not the most enviable position to go in a jump off. Look at the angle he's taken that oxer. And that is a brilliant round from Julien Epillard, 39.52 seconds. Can he go up that one step on the podium?
Ben's horse is maybe not always the fastest.
Gone inside to get to the double. That's brilliant. No, it wasn't so brilliant.
I think he made a very good decision making that inside turn. And yeah, as we said, if you take risks, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Flies the last. 39.58. He's got the one fence down. So if into second place goes Ben Mayer for Great Britain.
Martin tried the same as well with the inside turn into the double. It was a very tricky turn. You need a scopy horse to get it out of the bag.
Front fence has gone.
No risk, no fun.
He goes into second place in a very quick time of 38.13 on 4 faults.
Tim Gredley was next in with Imperial HBF. He had a difficult choice to make.
Good finish could take him to his first ever World Cup final.
A quicker round to chase Epillard's time. He might have made a mistake.
A rattle, but it's still clear. It's a double clear from Tim Gredley for Great Britain. So that throws Tim Gredley into the mix for the World Cup final here in 12 weeks' time.
German eventing legend Sandra Orfalf was last to go, and she did chase the time.
Chasing that Epillard time. Oh, tight. One down.
Another great leg for the Western European League. It didn't go Edouard's way this weekend, but Julien Epillard certainly showed the crowds why he is known as the Flying Frenchman.
I have the belief that I can get to that final. I'm not going to have 10 starts left to get those points, and I'm going to need to make one last good result to get there. And hopefully having my back against the wall will do the trick.